Thoughts here, thoughts there, thoughts everywhere. Gosh, aren't you thinking too much lately? How much better would it be to spend your day just switching that brain off for a little while? A simple pause in between thoughts that can grow larger or smaller, grow or fade, as you please, as you need it. Sounds lovely, doesn't it? And really, who'd blame you? Brains are so busy things that sometimes it can feel incredibly soothing to just dim them down a little bit, letting them grow a bit calmer, a bit softer, a bit more relaxed. Well, how easy would that be? Can you imagine finding yourself taking a break from thinking at the sight of a pretty swirl of colors, the sound of a soothing voice, ensuring you that it's okay to let go, to give in? I'm sure you can. After all, deep down, your brain already wants to take a break from coming up with all sorts of thoughts. Isn't that right? It wants to just listen, be told what's important, without having to come up with all of it by itself, because that's just so draining, makes you so tired, so sleepy, after you had to do it for so long, so often, trying to keep those eyes open even when they got a little bit heavier and heavier, the more you tried to keep thinking, as all those thoughts just float around in a swirl, around and around, going in circles and spirals and swirls, ever deeper down the rabbit hole. Brains really are good at coming up with all sorts of things, but knowing when to take a break is really where it's at. Wouldn't you agree? After all, knowing when you can just let your mind go blank, stop thinking, pause for just a few moments before resuming easily and effortlessly, can mean that you can focus on what's truly relevant right here, right now. And of course, who knows what that would be for you? Whether for you it would matter to pay attention to the words that begin to reach out to all those busy thoughts of yours, or whether you're much more interested in the pattern on the screen, finding your eyes following every swirl, every turn, interested to see how the pattern is going to play out, if it forms a spiral, or if it goes back and forth from one to the other, or if perhaps none of that matters to you, because just hearing the sound of a soothing voice tells you that right here, right now, the one thing that really needs your attention is how wonderfully heavy and slow and soft your body can become as you let go and sink right back down into that wonderful feeling. The sound of my voice, nothing more than the gentle, steady background noise, waves of relaxation washing on the shores of your mind, a steady back and forth, catching your attention to let it flow back, down, 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 to wash back up on the shore and flow back down, down, down. A steady back and forth, relaxing you a little bit more the longer you listen. Things really can be easy when we dim down that marvelous brain of yours let it take a break from thinking for just a few moments longer. It could be as effortless as just noticing the pauses in between individual thoughts, taking a break for a moment or two, just a blink, blank, drop down, letting that thought just fall. What were you thinking again? Do you know? Or did that mind just go blank for a moment, blissfully relaxed, as you know that it's not important to keep track of your thoughts in this moment, right here, right now? I'm still talking after all. What would you be doing thinking for? In this moment, all that matters is to feel good, take a break, and let that brain dim down, so that when it's really time for that to happen, you can blink, you can open those eyes, maybe even stretch a little, smiling about how blank, how vacant, how dizzy, dazed, docile you became when taking a break from thinking until you blink, eyes fluttering open, so that you can pay attention to the way my voice makes you blank, blissfully, mindless, for just a few moments, until you come back up. Yeah, I know, right? Trance really teases us in every moment. That's because it just feels so good to go blank, empty, mindless, until something coaxes you back to attention, back to awareness, back to being up and awake. And I don't know if that's going to be my voice. After all, you seem so focused on it right now. Or if perhaps you're simply curious to find out what will happen after I make you blank, vacant, entranced. By opening those eyes and coming back to awareness, back to attention, noticing the way you feel right now, noticing just how good it is to go blank, empty, mindless, for just a few moments, letting the brain take a well-deserved break from thinking, a pause, a gap in between thoughts that can become as wide or as narrow, as large or as small, as deep or as shallow as you enjoy, while listening to my words as the sound of my voice flows up and down and back and forth like the waves on the shore. A steady, soothing background noise, nothing more. After all, this is your break, and I wouldn't dare tease you with the promise of how much deeper I could lure you if that is something you enjoy. Nor would I possibly think of teasing you by bringing you back up, when you were just about to sink all the way down. Since if I brought you up, when you were just about to fall down into trance, down into mindlessness, down into vacant, sleepy bliss, that would really just be teasing you with the growing awareness that the longer you listen, the deeper you can go, when that feels safe and reasonable to you. Taking a break from using that brain for anything other than going blank, feeling pleasure and relaxing deeper and deeper until it is time to find yourself refreshed and energized on the way back to being up, and down. Oops, that wasn't quite it, was it? It's almost like I'd just be teasing you dangling both trance and awareness right in front of you as bait to get you to go whichever way I want you to. But I wouldn't dare, would I? Since that would be such a mean thing of me to do, when you can't even think about which way to go, whether to go up or down, or up or down, down, down. And in that case, you'd really just wobble along, head coming up, mind going down. Or was it the other way around? Is your head going down, 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 before I can bring it up, up again? Who knows? After all, it's not like I am actually fractionating you out of your cute little mind. Or am I? You'd notice if you'd go blank, empty, mindless, hypnotized, as soon as I tell you to, wouldn't you? I'm sure you could be aware of how you stop thinking until I bring you back up, so that you can notice exactly how that made you feel. In the end, I guess brains really do like to tease us with knowing just how easy it is to close those eyes and drop right back down into trance, closing those eyes and dropping right back into that wonderful sleepy haze. And if that's the case, then surely it was inevitable, really, that your brain would choose this moment to tease you by letting you feel exactly how good it is to be hypnotized and entranced in the ways that you enjoy most by a voice you trust, so that when your brain needs a little break, it'll be easier and easier for you to find your way back to this same feeling, or something even more enjoyable perhaps. The only one who knows that is your brain, and perhaps it'll tell you by the time you come back to awareness and back to being up and awake.